Hello, welcome back to episode 53 of the Iron Man WoW challenge with me, Sheppo. Now, it might not look like it, but we are still in the Blasted Lands. We're around on the south-east section. That's new in Cataclysm. I forgot where we were then for a minute myself. This is a new kind of little sub-zone that they've added in the Cataclysm just to pad out this zone. I figured they found out that a lot of people who weren't using heirlooms and all the other guild perks and whatnot, exactly like me, might find themselves at level 58 or around about there, and not quite ready to go into Outland. And so they've given us what is essentially another couple of levels, or at least another level of content to go through on the way, which is pretty nice. Although I say that, but some of the quests we have to do are pretty shit in the next little area. Especially this area is not too bad. We've got this whole thing going on with the Naga, the Bloodwash Naga, and the Murlocs that's going on outside, and we don't really know what that's all about. They don't really explain it too much. They just very much filler quests. But the quests are okay, they're not too bad. It's nice to go into this kind of underground cave. The Blasted Lands is very orange, and so is Hellfire Peninsula, and it gets a bit samey for two particularly big zones like that, back to back. So that makes a nice little change. But we're getting loads of quests now to hand in, so we should ding level 60, I think, before we get to go to Outland. I can't remember exactly whether I make it or not, but I think I do. So we're going to head round here. There's a kind of like another little quest hub around here. There's a flight path as well, and like I say, there's this little subzone with there's a little Worgen base there. Obviously, if you're Alliance, you'll get to see what that's all about. I don't really have a clue about what it is because I'm not Alliance. But whilst we're here, we're just going to take the opportunity to empty our bag, see what weapon upgrades are available, and then we're going to head back and hand in all the quests we've got to hand in. Thankfully there is a flight path here, so we can fly back pretty quick. It's nice, we get to see the Tainted Forest there, which is a nice looking zone actually. It's quite small, but it's quite cool. It's a bit like Felwood, but it's not quite as corrupted and dead as Felwood, so it's kind of quite nice. And yeah, let's get on and hand those quests in. We've got a quest that we're not going to get any XP from. That's from killing a rare. In the last episode, we get an item off each rare in this zone. I don't know why they do that, to be honest with you. Like I mentioned previously, it might be because they've added a lot of rares in to this zone. I don't know, and they thought they would have that little quest giver there. He was always there in vanilla as well. It's exactly the same in that respect. There used to be I wouldn't call it a world raid boss, but there used to be something that was very difficult that would patrol around this zone and cause havoc with high level characters. I'm not sure whether that's still there. Probably not. But in the meantime, we've got another rare. I think it's called Ravage or something. And we've got a couple of those quests to hand in, which is nice. The blue. Right, and I think we're going to go and do... I'm checking now on Wowhead. When my mouse pointer goes a bit funny like that, that's because I'm out in my browser. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do the next quest. It's kind of like the story zone, story for this zone. I talked a little bit about this quest in the previous episode, or maybe the episode before that, I can't remember now. But this is the one that I remember that used to kill me. He would get teleported up onto a large hill in the zone, and there's a demon on the top, and he does a pushback. And as I remember it, in vanilla, that would either kill you or you would take quite a lot of falling damage. Falling damage is okay for us to take because it's a percentage of your health, not a certain amount. But thankfully, that's been fixed, so we still have to fight. We still have to fight Razlik. We've got this ability here, and like a little quest thing that we have to use on him when he's dead, and I think we have to. I don't know. This part of the lore I'm not particularly interested in. To be completely honest with you, we're like very nearly level 60, let's just get this job done and then move on. I'm more worried about whether I'm going to die here at this point. I've got demons on me. I'm trying to get my cat to pull them off, but then we get pushed up in the air, and thankfully we get sucked in again by Razlik, which is nice. But I've still got these demons on me. I'm not taking a massive amount of damage, but it's damage all the same. Oh, it's about 3/4 health. Four demons up now. Could we get knocked off, and at that point I'm like, oh shit! Woo! Return to me. That was pretty good. I was very happy about that. That could have been the challenge over right there. It's too soon. And this guy's not going down particularly quickly, but then I guess I was having to attack the demons. 25%. Come on, die, bitch. Okay, so now he's chuntering about something. Allow me to speed the process up a bit. So we do that, and then we have this dude to kill. Our ally, I think, sucked in the demon's soul or something like that. Razlik's soul imprisoned is the quest objective, so that would make perfect sense. And now we have to use those dagger items on him. Now he's weakened. And we've done it. Good view from up here as well. So that was a quest I was worried about because, like I say, when I've done that previously in vanilla, it had killed me. I think at least once, maybe even twice. So we didn't die, which is nice. We do have to take a bit of falling damage to get down, and we'll just top ourselves up, and then we'll move on. Still a little bit more left to do in this zone, though. We're not quite done. Okay, let's head back off to the Dark Portal. There's a bit more we can do there. I think it's just hand that quest in, I think. And we've also got those plans that we need to try and pick up. That was causing me a bit of trouble before. I think I still have a bit of trouble, but there is definitely a knack to it. So let's try that again. So the trick is, apparently, to do it from the back of that little wagon, because then they can't see you. Boom! Second try. So that's how you do it. Obviously, we're not going to die from that quest, and we don't get a massive amount of XP, but it's good to have. There's no reason not to have it. Okay, now we're going to go back to the zone in the south, and we have a number of things to kill whilst we're down here. Just random, you know, demons, kill them. I think there's some kind of elemental things we have to kill as well. No problems at all with any of these quests. And when it's a case of slaying things, they're nice easy quests as well, because once we've killed a certain amount, we've killed a certain amount and we can move on. Brilliant. So this is all XP. We're at 92% of the way through level 58, so we're going to ding pretty soon. I imagine when we complete this quest we'll be done. Don't think we're going to get another level from this zone. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There are a couple of quests. So there used to be a zone down here in the bottom of Blasted Lands. Kind of there in the background where you can kind of see on the horizon where it's all kind of grey. And you could access that from near the Dark Portal, and I think there used to be elites all the time down there, and I'm not really sure what was down there. I never went down there in vanilla, so I don't really know. I've got a funny feeling it might have been a class-specific set of quests that were down there, maybe a warlock or something like that. Leave a comment if you know. I'd love to know. But yeah, it's one of those things. Well, actually, I make it sound like I know everything about this game, and blatantly I don't. That's one of the many things I don't know. And down here, I think there's a rare down here. So let me go out of combat. There we go. Black leaf. He's we don't actually know where he is. There he is. NPC scanner's a bit odd like that. It picks things up when the server has told the game that it is kind of nearby. You won't actually be able to see it all the time. Like then, for example, it would have been way off our radar. And we're done with that quest, so let's head back. We're actually at 100% XP for the level thanks to that rare. Interesting, you can get to 100%. Okay, we're now at 7% of the way through 59. I don't know, I can't remember whether we get to level 60 or not, but it's fine. And we are getting a demonic vessel. I'm not sure where we're getting this from. These bears are annoying because they do a charge at us, which is particularly bad. It's this quest. So this quest requires us to collect random things off different types of mobs, and then we have to combine them to make items, and then combine those items to make a demonic vessel. And this is probably the worst collection quest I've had to do in the game so far. Bearing in mind the one in Tanaris was pretty fucking awful. At least this zone, things are nicely compact. The things we need to kill are just in this kind of grassy area here, so that's okay. We need to farm things off of the spiders, the bears and the bats. Now, spiders and the bears are fine. They seem to drop the things we need quite often, but the bats, we need 2 brains off of the bats, and the brains rather don't drop. So yeah, it's pretty bad, and because of that I'm going to skip right to the end of this quest. Okay, so that took us like 14-15 minutes to do that quest. That's normal time, not the sped up time, so yeah, that took far too long. So we're going to head back now. To get back as well, we're trying not to aggro too many things, but I always seem to get a couple. And the downfall of Marl. I think that might be the last quest, maybe? I can't remember whether we had the achievement yet for this zone. I've also got a lot of stuff in my bags that I need to put on the auction house. Lots of cloth. Although I think I come back and use all the cloth for first aid shortly. I can't remember when I picked that up. So yes, we're after Marl now. He had these ads in here, and I'm never too sure with these things whether if we could probably leave them there, but we might pull aggro on them. So always get those cleared out. Cool looking shoulders we could have had there. And that's us pretty much done. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, there was this zone over here that I wanted to check out. Because the Tainted Scar. Like I say, the Tainted Scar was always here. We've also got another rare, which is nice. Nerixus. So we've got a big chunk of XP there. 37%. I think that's pretty much done. This guy here, I think I might have looked him up actually, and I think he's, like I say, he's related to class, I think. Again, my mouse is bugging out. That usually means I'm in Wowhead. Okay, we've just got a couple of these rare quest items to hand in, and then we should be done, and we should be good to go through the Dark Portal. Finally! It's not taken too long. Okay, let's head off. Clear up some old quests that we don't want. And we've done it! Yes, we finally got through vanilla. Ah, what an achievement. So I was quite happy at that. I was feeling quite relieved we'd gotten through those zones. Obviously I had a death at level 32, 33. And I think Sheppo that I'm playing here is my 4th attempt at this. But, you know, we've gotten through. We've done good. We've got through some hard times. It's about to get a lot harder. Hellfire Peninsula, first zone in Outland. So I'm probably going to end the episode there. Seems like a natural point to end that episode. But the next zone, like I say, is going to be much more difficult. The expansion brought a gear reset with it, so that's something that we can't use. Everybody got much better gear at the start of TBC, and indeed they'll at the start of Wrath, Cataclysm as well. That's standard fare, a gear reset. Our gear hasn't been reset. There's no gear that we can get armour wise, at least. At level 60 there is a gun we can get from a vendor, which is quite a big upgrade, so I'll be getting that. Obviously I've got to get to level 60 first. I'm only 40% of the way through level 59, so I've got a bit of questing to do. So stay tuned. As I've mentioned in a couple of previous episodes, I do die. It's getting closer, so keep an eye out for that. You won't be able to miss it. I hope by the time we get to that point I'll have another character leveled up, and I will continue again on Sheppo number 5 or 6. We'll see. I'll have a little episode explaining what happened with my death and what I've been doing since then. Until then, I will see you next time when we will start questing in Hellfire. See you then.